What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. So today I'm going to be doing some maintenance on my 2017 KLR 650, and it is a little bit different than some of the videos. The first thing that I'm going to be doing is a rear tire and tube change, and that's probably going to be the main thing that I'm going to video today. And the reason is because it's not like changing like a regular bicycle tire or anything like that. And it's significantly different than some of the other ones that I saw on YouTube because the year, make, and model is a little bit different. But I want to show you. On this side, I ended up using a crescent wrench to get this off because I don't have it. I think it's a 24 millimeter, and then the other side is like a 19 millimeter. You're going to take the cotter pin out, and then the nut off, and the little backup, and then the washer. Try to keep the cotter pin in good shape. I'm trying to reuse as much as I can. I am changing it from a 50/50 Shenko tire, which disintegrated on me fairly quick and caused us to get really squirrely on the road, and we were only going about 40 and scared the shit out of us. So I am changing it to this tire here, and I believe it is the Shenko 80/20. So it's got really good views, or no, 705. Anyway, I'll link it below. I'm not sure exactly right now. But I will say something really cool that I never noticed before is right here is a little tire guide, which would have been super freaking helpful when buying mine. It does say 130, where is it? 130, where the hell am I reading right here? 130, 80, 17 right there on the bottom. And it was really kind of a pain in the butt to figure out. So I just wanted to share that. And by the way, the link that I put in the description below for the tire that I bought is for the rear tire, which is funny. And it's like 80 bucks because it says front rear. So I wasn't sure what the hell I was getting. These two bolts, that bolt there and that bolt there, we're going to take the brake caliper off, and then we're going to pop out the axle through the other side. Just be careful, there might be a couple parts that fall out, so let's do that next. It is going to be a 12 millimeter ratchet or socket, and just as a general rule of thumb, do yourself a favor and take pictures of everything. Take pictures of how everything here lines up. The slack in the chain from the midpoint, just push up on the chain to see kind of where it sits. And yeah, let's keep going. Okay, so we got the axle out. It did take a little bit of muscling to get out, but take a little note that if you're behind the bike, on the left side is going to be the regular nut, and the right side is going to be where your cotter pin goes. I know that might go without saying, but you might get caught up in the moment. And then you're just going to take your chain off, slide it forward a little bit, take your chain off. If you know anything about bikes, do not tangle the fucking chain up. Be careful, because it's going to be a bitch. And then just pull your tire out, and be careful if you can make sure there's no radio on or anything, or your wife's not bitching or anything, so you can hear any parts fall. Some of these guys may fall out if there's not a lot of grease in there. I did have it changed pretty recently, so I'm not too worried about that, but just be careful. Okay, so we got the tire out. You got the sprocket and one little guy here. I'm putting that on this side of the bike, and then we have one like bearing cover there, and I'm going to put that with those parts on that side of the bike, just so that I can keep in sync with what's going on what side of the bike. Okay, so next I am going to show you that I got a pack of spoons. I assume these are rim protectors, and looks like they come with a little string just in case they fall in there, which is kind of cool. Comes with some valve stems, valve stem remover, and some little caps, and it comes with 3 spoons. So kind of cool. I'm probably gonna honestly just keep this box, and this is gonna be like on a road kit. Eventually I'm going to go to inner Mexico, middle Mexico, somewhere around Mexico City. So I need to have pretty much everything. And then also, I don't know if I talked about it, but you are gonna need an inner tube and an inner tube liner. I got both of those on Amazon. And I know I'm beating this to death, but I will link everything in the description below. And the reason I'm gonna do that is probably going to be the most important thing. You could probably figure out the tire change, to be honest. But finding all the shit that fits is a little bit of a pain in the ass. It's not just like pulling up to a tire shop, I need a 17, you know, so it's a little bit different. And especially if you're like me and you haven't been riding enduros your whole life, because this is about a year and a half into this. So I'm learning as I go. Let's keep going. Okay, so I got this set up to where I can kind of work on it right here at about waist height or below that, so I can get some leverage and I'm not bending over onto the ground. And then I'm gonna grab the spoons and we're gonna keep going. Okay, so I got the little protectors here. I forgot what the hell they're called. And we're going to go ahead and open these up. This tire is pretty fucking toast, to be honest. I'm a little mad about it because, in all honesty, I don't feel that that should have went so quickly. But you know, I do 2 riders all the time. I need that other spoon thing, it looks like. So we're going to go grab it. Rim guard, I guess you would call them. For the record, I have changed a lot of quad tires and different things, but this is definitely the first on a dirt bike or enduro. So before I had suckers really tight. Oh shit. Definitely destroyed the tire if it wasn't already. There we go. And then now pull that out and go to a different location, and then we'll pull this guy over here and then start easing it off, which is not as easy as you would think. So we're just gonna keep working at it. Dish soap is your friend on getting that fucking thing off. I don't know if I can give you any tips, just keep at it. Okay, so kind of funny. I got the tube and everything back on and the tire, and I ripped the tube with one of the spoons because it was really difficult to get on at the last moment, and I popped a hole in the tire. So I decided that to call Kawasaki down the street because I didn't want to do it again because I only had one more tube. I wanted to save time. I already understood the process. Asked them for a tip and they said just put a little air in it beforehand. So I paid them $70 to put it on, but I still saved myself about half, so it would have been about $140. So now I'm going to put it all back together, and I still learned all the process and everything and made sure it was right. But I'm just being honest with you. That's what I did. But if you do take the tire off, you'll save about, 50, 60 bucks. And if you take it to them, so they don't have to do half the work. So it's the next day. I have ridden the bike and the tire works fine. I'm going to get the tire for the front to match the back. And all in all, I'm actually really proud of the process. I know you might be thinking, well, you didn't finish it. I feel like I did. I really did. I learned everything I think I needed to learn. Also, I'm going to put a link in the description for some tubes. The tubes, or the link that I'm going to put there is actually 2 tubes, which is cool because I didn't know I was getting that. And I think it was only like 15 bucks. And then the tire, I'll put that below, was 80 bucks. And yeah, I got it all back together, put everything back together, and it seems really good. So I'm excited about that. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comment section below. I probably will do the front tire myself, and I'll just take a little bit more time. I feel like it's a lot less disassembly involved, and I won't have to rush as much because it's the front tire, and I won't have stuff sprawled out all over my gym, which was also a very important factor that I couldn't delay because I can't leave a motorcycle torn apart in my business, so I don't really have the space for it. So I hope that helped. Have an awesome day. Extra tubes and make sure you get the spoon kit and use soap, dish soap, some kind. It does help to have a helping hand. I had somebody help me and put it on at the last minute